Still Can podcast, where we talk about Missouri politics, national politics, and whatever else we're in the mood to talk about. Hey, Tina.
What's up, girl?
It's the last day of May.
Mayday. Mayday. Maybe it's a sign.
This year's gone fast. Sort of.
It's just like a terror movie that like I've predicted, and everyone is like, "You're crazy," and I'm like, "That's
you worry too much."
And
that'll never happen. Speaking of that'll never happen, the folks in Kennett, Missouri seem to be, how would you say,
finding
blindsided by the fact that the guy that said he was going to deport everyone is deporting everyone. Who would have thought? How could that happen?
Not my immigrants. That's what these people sound like. But you only take the gang members because they've been propagandized. I can't say that. And told that every immigrant is fucking a gang member. They're eating the cats and dogs. Come on, guys. That's what that shit does. So, but Miss, how do you think you say her name?
They call her Carol.
Carol.
She's a beloved waitress at a local restaurant, and now she's getting deported.
She has 3 kids. There's like 7, 9, and 12, I believe, something like that. Oh,
what a shame.
Then the newspaper article assholes, they were like, her husband did not say his name. His his status is not identifier. His status is unknown. And I'm like, really? Why are you guys going to put him on blast like that, you pieces of shit?
Seriously.
Like, they got 3 kids that are in school. Their 8th grader, she missed her son's 8th grade graduation. Like,
oh, man.
And she's sitting in a ICE detention. Like, she was, like, these people, they're...
I mean, we like to talk about what we can agree on, right? You can't tell me that it's not a reasonable thing to do to have a person like Carol that's been a law-abiding citizen working at the local restaurant, trying to feed her family, trying to have a better life than she probably had from where she came. And you can't tell me that's not a better plan to let her have a path to citizenship as a productive citizen instead of just blanket deporting her. I mean, that's just terrible. What good does this no good as a society? And plus, it's just cruel. But as we've discussed, that's the point. I get it. I know.
Well, but then think about this. So we want to save money or whatever. Now her kids are going to have to be subsidized by the state because their mom got deported and their dad is a single dad of 3 kids now. And their mom isn't bringing in money. And it's just stupid.
So what you're saying is the party of family values just blew up a family.
Yeah, they're like, jerks. Not a brown one.
It's so wrong.
It is.
I don't know how we let this happen.
I don't know.
And then which brings us back to the befuddlement of the local people. Like, did they not read a single thing about this guy they voted in? Articles. Did they not read anything about the Republicans running here in Missouri, what they would do?
No. Well, there's plenty of the people in the town that are like, well, she shouldn't be here illegally. This is what I voted for. There's quite a few of those in there. One guy had run for mayor of that town, actually. So.
Well, they should be ashamed of themselves. Just as human beings.
That's like they're sociopaths. Come on. Yeah, I know. It's very sad. It really blows my mind.
Well, my heart goes out to Carol and her family, and I hope that this nightmare ends for them and she can get back home
But also, would you want to fucking go back there? I wouldn't. I wouldn't want anything to do with any of them bitches. No, I wouldn't. Okay, well, speaking of bullshit, Missouri will hand over personal data of food aid recipients to the feds. Okay, so, Missouri, which of course they did, has decided they're going to just hand over everybody's personal data if you receive food assistance. So one other way for them to track you or see maybe if you're any sort of immigrant or decide whatever terrible thing they want to do to you, it'll probably go in your little file that Palantir, I can never say it. Is that how you say it? Palantir?
I'm not sure. I think that's how you say it.
Palantir, since the government is going to make a contract with Palantir to.
What exactly is Palantir?
It's an AI company, isn't it? Like a database company. I don't know. Elon. No, or is it Peter Thiel? Oh, shit. Data analytics.
It says it's a U.S. tech company specializing in data analytic platforms and artificial intelligence.
Yeah. Okay.
It primarily focuses on providing solutions for government agencies, security organizations, and commercial enterprises, offering tools to analyze large data sets, identify patterns, and make data-driven decisions.
So they want, so like I understand the idea of wanting to make things efficient, but our government, not all of the agencies should go together. Like things need to be separate for safety reasons. And also Palantir was like involved with the Cambridge Analytica shit, guys. Like they're not, methinks they're not in this for the good. Okay, just saying. And it's very giving me like China. Don't they have like a social point system or something? I'm gonna have a terrible point. Like,
Well, can you imagine if when President Obama was in office, if they'd said, "Yeah, we're going to implement we're going to contract with a company to implement a database with information about all Americans," they would have absolutely lost their shit.
well, I hope they
With
know.
good reason. With good reason. That's a terrible idea.
Dude, they're gonna know who the fuck has guns. So, like, if they don't already, but
Right.
they really gonna know. And if you look at like the surveillance, the citizen surveillance that they do in China, that's what I think they want to do with this shit.
It'd be interesting to find out.
Under his eye of Donald. Did you hear? Have you used that yet? I'm going to.
No.
I can't wait. Very excited.
You know I don't talk to people, Tina.
Oh, of Donald. Oh, so many people I'm going to use it on. Okay. So that's terrifying. I got a file at work. I got a file with the government. Jesus Christ. I'm
still trying to sort out if Elon Musk really got punched. Is this for real? Someone punched him?
Yeah.
Scott Bessent? Who's Scott Bessent?
He's the finance guy.
The finance bro?
The Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Scott Bessent. Why can't I think of it? He's like, the tariffs are great. He's a genius. That's the thing, is Scott Bessent is like smart.
So, well, you know, Elon Musk is not very athletic. Maybe he fell into Scott Bessent's fist.
Hold on. Did you find anything? Oh, yeah, right here. It's in Newsweek. Steve Bannon says Elon Musk and Scott Bessent had a physical confrontation, right?
Well, we'll definitely take Steve Bannon's word for it.
Okay, but then he had a black eye, is what I'm saying, Lisa.
Maybe one of his 15 baby mamas punched him.
Well, on the TV.
We don't know.
No, that was the worst part about it. They asked him about it in the interview, and he was like, ha ha ha, I told Lil X to punch me in the face as hard as he could, and he did.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, okay. Your 4-year-old gave you a black eye. Well, man, maybe.
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of reasons he could have a black eye. Maybe he got some. I mean, I'm saying this is totally hypothetical. All of this is actually everything we have said and everything we're going to say is for entertainment purposes only.
No.
Like, what if he got a cosmetic injection or something? Yeah, we don't know.
Hold on. Did Elon Musk have a black eye? They literally asked him about it. Yes, Elon Musk had a black eye during his farewell press conference with President Donald Trump. He revealed that the injury came from his son X, who punched him in the face. But also, I'm just saying, Lisa, was it really Scott or was it Steven? Because
we'll never know.
It is all coming out. I can't even make this shit up. So, well, maybe I could. So, wait, did we talk about Elon's drug usage?
Ketamine?
No, way worse. You didn't. So the
Wait, I just want to say, if anybody out there is in film, I think it would be hilarious to do a mockumentary about who punched Elon Musk.
Well, apparently, so Stephen Miller, Goebbels Jr., he,
He has a pretty good reason to punch him right now, too.
well, Elon. So Stephen Miller is married, by the way, to a woman named Katie Miller. Katie Miller looks like Usha Vance, okay? So like he is literally like no immigrants, and she's very tan, dude. I don't know. They have 3 kids, right? And I don't know how she did that. That's disgusting. I wonder what they look like. But I wonder if they
We're not gonna pick on their kids, though.
I know, but I wonder if they came out with a stash.
I'm sure they're sweet kids.
Very cute, but
their dad's
so now she's
documented.
She's like Nazi hopping, dude. So she's leaving the White House now. This just came out that she is leaving the White House where she works. She used to be Mike Pence's press secretary or something.
Oh, okay. Sure.
That's where they must have met and fell in love. And they've already had 3 kids since like 2020. So she is leaving working at the White House to go work for Elon Musk now.
Okay.
Is that where the black eye came from? We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Stephen Miller is left-handed, and it would be perfect for where Elon was punched, you know. This is on the right side. So.
Yeah. Gives us a lot to think about, Tina.
I know.
A lot.
But apparently, there's a rumor that Stephen, Elon, and Katie were kind of a thing during his 130
this is
days.
For entertainment purposes.
I wonder, Stephen is a cuck. He is sitting in that chair. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm done.
Again, just, to avoid legal problems, we really don't know that.
For our 2 listeners, Lisa.
And again, this is all for entertainment purposes.
This part is solely me, but if it comes out that it's true, I said it here first.
You're going to do a victory lap.
Yes, I will.
Well deserved.
But this is not for entertainment purposes only. But
okay.
Carry permit holders can now skip background checks in these new states. Oh, and we on it, baby.
Of course we are.
Alabama, Indiana, Michigan, Missouri, Puerto Rico. Oh, damn. Strapped out down there. Wisconsin. So, yeah, that's cool.
So can you read a little more about that for us?
Let's see. So the purposes of this letter, this is from the Department of Justice. Open letter to all federal firearms licensees. The purpose of this open letter, is to advise all federal firearm licensees of updated guidance from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, Explosives that reminds you of your obligations under the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act. Okay. The ATF has recently conducted a review of the laws and regulations of all U.S. states and territories. The purpose was to determine whether relevant firearms-related permits meet the requirements of 18 U.S.C., blah, 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 and whether FFLs may accept such permits in lieu of NICS background check prior to transferring a firearm to a non-licensee. ATF has created a new chart which reflects ATF's current assessment of all permits pursuant to this review.
You know what's super ironic about this?
What?
The Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act, which was enacted in November of 1993. The reason it came into being was because there was a 1981 assassination attempt on President Reagan, during which James Brady, who was the press secretary, was seriously injured. And so the whole point was to keep guns out of the hands of unqualified people, as in criminals. And here we are. Bum, bum, bum.
Somebody's got to do it. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Oh, RFK put out the White House health report included fake citations. 7 of the cited sources in the White House health report included fake citations. Doctors that they cited in these papers were like, that's not a real paper, and I did not write that.
I think we're all just shaking our heads in silence right now. What have we become?
Well, and I feel like this is just so convenient with, I know nobody knows or thinks about it, but I'm pretty sure bird flu just killed like all the fucking chickens in Arizona. No, I'm not kidding.
I'm sorry. You're like, tell that to the Arizona chickens.
Yeah. Okay.
See what they think if it's funny.
Dude, I know they would. They would fucking laugh. They'll be like, can we eat them? Yes, please eat them. Okay. Hickman's Family Farms loses 95% of Arizona chickens to bird flu. Okay. So, like, I just really feel like that just gives a lot of marinating time to just hop right over. Just pop right over. Well, there's probably some MAGAs that are like, oh my God, I could probably drink the poop to get rid of COVID or something. And because it's not like RFK said that I should rub it in from his cited paper. You know, like, guys.
They do seem to revel in bad advice. It's true.
I just need them to all go drink some raw milk, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, so I wonder how much, oh God, I bet eggs are going to be so fucking expensive. That's the only silver lining there. Only silver lining. Even
silver lining for chicken owners, right?
Well, no, silver lining for the Trump administration to try to say that eggs are going down in price when they're going to be like $30 a fucking bill.
This might be a good segue for the recent taco situation.
Yeah,
I don't think we've talked about that. Everybody's probably heard about that, but taco stands for Trump always chickens out. And apparently it's really hit a nerve with him. Like really hit a nerve. He went off about it during a press conference and it's clearly bothering him. Well, so I'm really enjoying all the chicken taco memes and it's just great.
That's the only thing that bothers them is like being made fun of.
Yeah.
Like humiliated.
Which is why we're here. Because we're gonna jump on that dog pile.
Well,
make fun of whoever needs it.
Living a literal. We're like what? Like our government is reality TV / mafia.
And an onion article all wrapped up into one. If you had told me 10 years ago that we'd be having this conversation, I'd say you need to lay off the ketamine or whatever it is.
I was before Elon's time. Lay off the ketamine.
I probably wouldn't have said that 10 years ago. Anyway, you know what I mean.
Well, it does have medicinal, therapeutic.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But not doing it all day and like at the inauguration, like read the room, bro. Let's not eat the ecstasy before. You can party after.
Allegedly.
No.
Allegedly. Right? We saw the images. It was uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah. I mean, did you see the article about? Okay, his staffers or a bunch of people. Yeah. I guess they sent a picture of his like little pill thingy.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I don't know if there was a picture, but I had read that.
What I saw were his tweets. And when I say he, I'm talking about Elon Musk. He had some tweets, like 3 tweets that referred to the, the positive benefits of proper ketamine use.
Right.
Okay, and then the next tweet was like, I'm not on ketamine, FFS.
Well, I guess that it was reported that he was telling people that he was doing so much that he was losing control of his bladder.
Oh wow, that's terrible.
Like, that's not just therapeutic ketamine, sir. You're pissing yourself. Well, go get help so you cannot, terrorize the world, please. Like, go to therapy. If all of these men would go to therapy, and women,
you'd be a lot better off.
I go to therapy so you guys don't have to go to therapy, and I still probably make you have to go.
You think Joni Ernst from Iowa needs to go to therapy?
Everybody dies, Joni.
Everybody dies.
And then she was trying to make it better. Okay, so Joni she finally was not a pussy, and she had a town hall. And this veteran asked her, like, why are you not standing up to Trump? And this was like a World War II veteran, maybe? Maybe it was Vietnam. I don't remember.
Well, he's an old-ass bastard if he's a World War II veteran.
Maybe he was Vietnam. Sorry. Maybe he was fucking Korean. I don't know. So, yeah, you're right.
Anyway, there are still some World War II veterans out there, but they're very elderly.
But no, this guy was... No. Okay, Vietnam. Whatever. So he was like, why are you not sticking up to these illegal actions and like using your power? Are you scared of Trump? Do you just not care? Or do you agree with it? And she goes, thank you for your service. But, you know, everybody dies. Everybody that lives on the earth has to die or something. And I'll have to find the clip and I'll play it.
They are not eligible, so they will be coming off. So people are not, well, we all are going to die. So for heaven's sakes, folks. Okay, no, but won't.
But what? So that's guys, that's what they think. She said it out loud on accident. You're just gonna die. That's the plan.
So I wonder if enough people will listen to that and like justify what she said, or, you know, make excuses about, well, what she meant to say or this or that, and then they'll continue to vote for her? Or do you think maybe when she's telling them who she is, they'll start to listen? What do you think? What do you think, Iowa? What's your next move? When's she up for re-election?
Well, for anybody that was questioning, you know, if you're excusing it by saying maybe she, or, you know, she actually meant, no, she actually got on social media and put, well, what I actually meant, but it was the same fucking thing. That's what she meant. She was like, you know, everybody dies. Where you're like, oh, thank you. Yeah.
That's a hell of a campaign slogan, isn't it?
Oh, if the Dems don't use that like as their new platform of like Republicans said, well, everybody dies. Like, don't get Medicaid. Well, everybody dies. So I like if they don't capitalize on that, I give up on them too. Fuck it.
Yeah, they've ripped let's see, let me say this correctly. They've ripped victory. No. They've ripped defeat from the jaws of victory many times.
Yes. Well, I mean,
What?
they are just like decimating all the safeguards for our elections. So
it does say that she's next up. Joni Ernst is next up for election in 2026. So pay attention, Iowa.
Guys, citizens arrest. I'm ready. Come pick me up.
I'm old enough to remember when people were freaking out about death panels in relationship to like Obamacare and that type of thing. And now here Joni Ernst is saying everybody dies. It's like everybody has convenient amnesia when it comes to these issues.
Well, they're probably like those people in Kennett, Missouri that were like, well, they're not going to take mine. They're not going to let me die. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, they are. They are. And they're going to snatch you. Okay. And if you're pregnant and you die, they're still going to make you stay alive enough for the baby to be born. Okay. Yeah, they are.
Which is literally happening is that in Texas
Georgia.
Or Florida? In Texas. Oh, Georgia.
Yep. Yep. She was fucking 8 weeks pregnant when she died. Well, Joni said that we're all going to die. Are you guys? Yeah, I'm almost done. Seriously. I'm really almost done. Bye. What was I saying?
We were just about to segue to another topic. We were making fun of Joni Ernst and wondering why people keep voting for her.
Yeah, it's gross. But I wanted to talk about, so, you know, the parade that Bum Spurs is having, right, for his birthday?
Yeah, in June like 14th or something like that?
June 14th, Flag Day, which we've also called No King's Day, that's what we're calling it.
Okay.
So
it's happening in Washington, D.C., right?
Correct. Which, did you see Pope Leo is also doing they're doing a big screening live, TV at, I think, the stadium there, Wrigley Stadium, maybe? And he's doing a speech at the same time the parade is going on. Shade.
So the Pope's
Leo.
Coming to the United States, and he's gonna make a speech at the same time as the parade.
I think it might just be like played out on the live screen out there. I'll have to double check all the things. But he's doing a big thing the same time as the parade. So I love that.
What a coincidence. I love that for him.
I know, me too. I know. He might, like I said, he's getting a couple points. Only a couple.
Yeah.
But the roads, they gave an estimate of how much the roads were going to cost to fix.
Okay, so let me understand. So when they have this big parade, the big machines and tanks and all the military stuff that are going to drive along on the parade route tears up the road. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't realize it was that big of a deal, honestly.
I mean, but think about it, a tank.
Yeah. Okay, so how much damage is this going to do?
16 million.
Wait, what? $16 million?
$16 million.
Someone tell Doge. That's an opportunity to save a lot of money.
His time was up.
Right?
He had to steal Katie Miller and get a black eye and get on out.
It sounds like a...
Yes. This is
Wait. Well, who's the guy that says the song about the space cowboy? Isn't that the Steve Miller Band? The Gangster of Love?
We can call it...
Can we call him Maurice?
His new name is Maurice. Ow! Okay, I'm not going to call him Goebbels anymore. I'm going to call him Maurice.
I thought we were talking about Elon.
But Stephen Miller.
How funny. Okay.
Yeah, coincidence. Now you ruined that song. Stephen Miller, they got the same name. Ugh. Okay.
Ugh.
All right, well, I'm being summoned. But
okay.
Let's put $2 on this. Does Trump pardon Diddy or not?
So I don't know. But I bet that he would never even think about pardoning Diddy until like after he was sentenced and put in jail.
Why?
Because what good would it do him until like he's actually... Plus he's a transactional person.
No, Diddy's been in jail.
Well, he's still on trial though.
No, but he's been in jail. They give him no bond.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like if right now his trial could go, he could walk free.
Yeah, he could.
I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to.
Now, would anybody change their mind about him if he pardoned Diddy? Maybe 2?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, guess we'll see. Time will tell if we're even allowed to watch TV soon. Okay.
Yes, it will. Okay. Hey, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. We have swag we're giving away, so give us a shout. And
have a great chance.
Week. Have a good week till we talk to you again. Peace.